What is up, Unison Gamers? It's Michael Sean from Unison Games Cafe, and we are about to have an exciting video because MTGA has just released Forgotten Realms. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you were around for Strixhaven and you watched our channel, you know that I have a tradition, and I really did it for Forgotten Realms. Like, I did it for Strixhaven, but I really did it for Forgotten Realms. What I do is I very intentionally avoid any spoilers for the new set. I don't know any of the cards. I have no idea what the mechanics are. I am completely blind. Do you know how hard it is to do that as somebody that owns a store? It's super hard because, like, everybody's like, oh, have you seen the new card? I'm like, don't tell me, because I want to do this blind sealed event. So obviously, like, I understand what Dungeons & Dragons is. Everybody knows what Dungeons & Dragons is. If you don't know what Dungeons & Dragons is, go do a little bit of research because I think it'll help you out. I myself do not play D&D, so I'm going to be unfamiliar with the names of things. So if I mispronounce something, my bad. I'll do my best. All I know is that there is a mechanic called Dungeon. I have no idea what it does. So just know that I love you guys. I purchased gems so that I could get the Mastery Pass and this. I actually had enough gems to get the Mastery Pass on my own, but I did not have enough to do Mastery Pass plus this, so I had to purchase gems. This might go really terribly. Last time for Strixhaven, I'm not going to spoil how I did. Go ahead and watch that video. If you haven't, I'll put it in the description just in case you missed it. Let's do this thing. We're doing a sealed. So we're going to pay these 2,000 gems, and then it's going to open these packs for us. On MTGA, it generally tells you what the rares are. So let's look at some rares. I mean, right off the bat, we got 2 mythics, which seems like it could be cool. Let's see what we got. Minsk, Beloved Ranger. And I've heard about this Boo, the hamster thing. I have heard about this. I was told that this was a token, that there's a token, and that it's a real thing, that this guy exists in D&D lore, and he has a, like, rabid hamster. So Trample Haste 1/1 is Boo. What does the card actually do, though? All right, it's a human ranger. When Minsk enters the battlefield, create Boo. Okay, that makes sense. For X mana, until end of turn, return creature you control. No, target creature you control has base power, toughness XX, and becomes a giant in addition to its other types. Activate only as a sorcery. So obviously you do that with something like Boo that has Trample and Haste. Interesting. All right, that's cool. Okay. Mordenkainen. I'm going with it. Mordenkainen is a planeswalker for 4 and 2 blue. You get a 5 loyalty planeswalker that has +2. Draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. It's very powerful. -2, create a blue dog illusion creature token with this creature's power and toughness are equal to twice the number of cards in your hand. Interesting. And it shows that. -10, exchange your hand and library, then shuffle. You get an emblem. You have no maximum hand size. Okay. All right. We got an adult gold dragon here. Flying, lifelink, and haste is a lot of keywords on that. Varus. Okay. We got a dungeon here. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to read the card first, and we're going to try to figure out what's going on with the dungeon. Here we go. Reach, ward 1. Whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, venture into the dungeon. This ability triggers only once each turn. Whenever you complete a dungeon, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, and it's a 3/3. All right. Varus, Silvery Moon Ranger is what this is. Ward we learned in Strixhaven. So whenever you target it, whenever your opponent targets it, whenever your opponent targets it with a spell or ability, counter it unless they pay the ward cost, which in this case is just 1 more mana, so it's not so bad. Venture into the dungeon says, enter the first room of a dungeon. If already in a dungeon, advance to the next room instead. And we can right-click for more information. Oh, okay, wow, all right. So the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. How do you know what dungeon you get into? That's what I'm curious about. Like, are there more dungeons? I don't know, but this one, oh, there are right here. There's 3 more dungeons. Okay. So maybe you can always go into one of the dungeons. I don't know. Let's see what the dungeons are. Okay. Yawning Portal, you gain 1 life. Dungeon level. scry 1. So you enter it. The next one, and then you can maybe pick which room to go in. Goblin Bazaar, create a creature token. Twisted Caverns, target can't attack until your next turn. Lost level, target creature can't attack. Because you could do that to like your opponent, I guess. Lost level would be Scry 2. Then you got Runestone Caverns and Mural's Graveyard. Okay. Deep Mines. The Mad Wizard's Lair. Draw 3 cards and reveal them. Okay. Lost Mind of Phandelver. Whoa, there's like all these things. Tomb of Annihilation. Trapped Entry. I don't know what that means. Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. This is interesting. So I guess I wonder, can you attack while you're in the dungeon? I would imagine so, right? Like you could still use your creatures that are in the dungeon, I think. I don't know. This guy also goes into the dungeon. Same 3 dungeons, so there must just be 3 dungeons that you can go into. Nadar, Selfless Paladin. He's a Dragon Knight. Whoa, he's cool. Vigilance, 3/3. Whenever Nadar, Selfless Paladin, enters the battlefield or attacks, venture into the dungeon. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 as long as you've completed a dungeon. Interesting. So I wonder if you start in one dungeon and then you complete the other one sequentially. Like you can complete more than one dungeon. Very interesting. Okay. Let's take a second to look at some of these cards. Don't forget that because this is blind, it does take a little bit longer to go through the cards, but I'm going to try to move. This is a core set, sort of. So a lot of the cards are going to be pretty self-explanatory, I think. Let's take a look. +2 Mace. Let's go. Equipped creature is +2/+2. Very self-explanatory. Delver's Torch. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 whenever an equipped creature attacks. Venture into the dungeon. Okay. Keen. Oh, that's kind of cool because it'll make like that relevant for cards that aren't in this set. Keen-Eared Sentry. Oh, he hears that guy, rogue thing, thief maybe, or assassin coming at him. You have hexproof. Each opponent can't venture into the dungeon more than once each turn. What? Steadfast Paladin, 2/2 lifelink. That's like super good. You hear something on watch. Now, some of these don't, like +2 Mace, you hear something on watch. Doesn't sound like magic stuff because this has got D&D flavor. So you hear something on watch. You get to choose something. You can rouse the party, creatures your control, get +1/+1, or you can set off traps. This spell deals 5 damage to target attacking creature. Pretty cool. Blink Dog. Oh no. We have phasing out in this set. Teleport for 3 and a white. This phases out. Treat it as anything attached to it as though it didn't exist until the next turn. Gloomstalker. As long as you've completed a dungeon, this has double strike. Okay. And a Didar we already read. Priest of Ancient Lore. What? He's got a hammer. Priest of Ancient Lore enters the battlefield. You gain 1 life and draw a card. Rally Maneuver. Target creature is +2/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Up to 1 other target creature get +0/+2 and gains lifelink until end of turn. That's kind of cool. Silver Raven. Whoa, he's like whispering and it's like blue. Flying. When it enters battlefield, scry 1. That's pretty busted. I like that. You see a guard approach. You can distract the guard by tapping target creature. Sure. Or you can hide. Something gains hexproof. Cool. Shocking Grasp. Target creature gets -2/-0 until end of turn. Draw a card. Interesting. Bar the Gate. Counter target creature spell and venture into the dungeon. Cool. That's cool. These 3-cost counter spells that do something else are always pretty decent. Soul Knife Spy, an elf rogue. She's kind of creepy looking. Deals combat damage to a player. Draw a card. Sure. You find the villain's lair. You can foil their scheme, counter target spell, or you can learn their secrets. Draw 2, discard 2. That seems kind of good too. Shortcut Seeker. Oh, she's cool. That's not the same person, right? I don't think so. Whenever Shortcut Seeker deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. Ward for 3. Just a big meanie. We already... Morden Kanan. Treasure. Shambling Ghast. When it dies, choose one. Brave the Stench. Target creature and opponent controls gets -1/-1, or search the body. Create a treasure token. Interesting. Hired Hexblade. When it enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you draw a card and you lose a card. So black cares about treasure so far. Looks like more treasure. Whenever this deals a combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Whenever Precipitous Drop enters the battlefield, yeah, I like that. Precipitous. Cool. Whenever it enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon, because you fall into the dungeon. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2, and it gets -5/-5 as long as you've completed a dungeon. Wow, that's kind of crazy. When it enters the battlefield, venture into... So I would assume even if you put it on your opponent, that you still venture into the dungeon. Skullport Merchant enters the battlefield, create a treasure token, sacrifice another creature or a treasure, draw a card. That's pretty good. Ooh, scary. Vampire Spawn. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 2 and you gain 2. Just classic vampire stuff. Clattering Skeletons. When it dies, venture into the dungeon. Death Priest of Merkel. Skeletons, vampires, and zombies. Oh, no. We did not need more lords for skeletons, vampires, or zombies. At the beginning of your end... Oh, and this thing is not legendary. Holy moms. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 1. If you do create a... Crazy. That's going to be very significant in other formats. Grim Bounty. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Create a treasure. Sure. Manticore. Flying Flash. Tail spikes. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Cool. Zombie Ogre. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, venture into the dungeon. Seems good. Baleful Beholder. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. Anti-Magic Cone. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. Fear Ray. Creatures you control gain menace until end of turn. It's 6/5. It's big. All right. Moving into red. Dueling Rapier. Flash. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. +2/+0. Not bad, but it's really expensive to equip if that creature dies. Kick in the door. Put a +1/+1. That gains haste until the end of the turn and can't be blocked by walls and venture into the dungeon. That's a lot of things for just 1 red mana. Armory Veteran. As long as it's equipped, it has menace. We get a lot of equipped stuff. Maybe that's what we'll do. Brazen Dwarf. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, this deals 1 damage to opponent. Dragon's Fire. Goldspan Dragon, ? As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand or choose a dragon you control. This deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker if you reveal the dragon card or chose a dragon as you cast this spell. Choose a dragon. Interesting. Dragon's Fire deals damage equal to the power of that card or creature instead. Oh, the power of the dragon that you choose. Got you. Hobgoblin Captain. Pack Tactics. Whenever this attacks, if you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, it gains first strike until end of turn, which is really good on a 3/1. Hulking Bugbear. Haste. 3/3. Okay. Plundering Barbarian. He's going for it. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Destroy target artifact or create a treasure. That's pretty good. Valor's Singer. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0. Okay. All right. Farida's Fireball. That sounds right. This deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Roll a d20. Let's go. 1 through 9 deals 2 damage to a player. 10 through 20 deals 2 damage to each opponent. 2 damage to each player. Oh, so it hits you too. That's very flavorful. I like that. Swarming Goblins. Oh, we got more rolling of d20. So is red just kind of like the random color maybe? When it enters the battlefield, roll a d20. 1 through 9 says create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. 10 through 19 says create 2 of those tokens. And 20 is create 3 of those tokens. Sounds fun. I like it. And our last red card, Tiger Tribe Hunter. Pack Tactics, which is the same thing that we read before. So if you're attacking with enough stuff. And this is different. So if you're attacking with total power 6 or greater, when you do, Tiger Tribe Hunter deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to target creature. You may sacrifice. So you got to sacrifice a creature. Okay, cool. All right, let's go to red. Or, I'm sorry, let's go from red to green. Compelling Duel. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn and must be blocked this turn. Okay. We've got an enchantment class. Whenever a land enters, gain... Okay. So this is just an enchantment that you can level up. So it's like level up creatures, but on an enchantment. Cool. Whenever a land enters a battlefield under your control, you gain a life. You can pay 3 for level 2. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Seems good. 5 says, when this class becomes level 3, target land you control becomes a creature with haste. And this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. It's still land. Seems good. Plummet. It's back. Underdark Basilisk. 1/2 Death Touch. Lurking Roper. That's freaking terrifying. Doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever you gain life, you untap it. That's amazing. I like that. Spoils of Hunt. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each mana from a treasure that was spent. To cast it, then that creature deals damage equal to its power. Okay, so something gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each treasure that was spent. So you could do more. Then that creature deals damage equal to its power. Not a fight, it just deals damage. Pretty cool. Sylvan Shepherd, Vigilance. When it attacks, roll a d20. Okay, so this is in green. 1 through 9, you gain 1 life. 10 through 19, you gain 2 life. And 20, you gain 5 life. Wow. Interesting. I wonder if they're going to come out with a ruling saying you actually have to use real d20s, or if they're going to let people roll spin downs. Just a thought. Is a spin down technically a d20? I don't know. Wonder if there's a ruling about that somewhere. Hunter's Mark. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a blue permanent. That's not nice. This spell can't be countered. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Okay. Inspiring Bard. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. Target creature gets +2/+2, or you gain 3 life. Wandering Troubadour. This is the second green bard that we've seen in a row. At the beginning of your end step, if you had a land enter the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. I got to play stuff with venture into the dungeon because I got to see it in action. When Eltergard Ranger enters the battlefield, create a wolf. That's not bad. Okay, Green Dragon. Flying Poison Breath. When it enters the battlefield until end of turn, whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, destroy it. Okay. Orcus, Prince of Undeath. X2, a black, and a red. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. Each other creature gets -X/-X until end of turn. You lose X life. When return up to X target creature cards with total mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Okay, interesting. Targnar Demonfang Null. It's a null. Pack Tactics. Whenever this attacks, if you attacked with creatures with total power 6 or greater, attacking creatures get +1/+0. And for 2, a red and a green. Double it until end of turn. Pretty good. Pretty good. We already saw the Adult Gold Dragon. Just a lot of keywords on that thing. Trelasara Moondancer. I really hope I'm getting these names right. Elf Cleric. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this. Scry 1. Seems good. Gretchen Titchwillow. She likes mice. Draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Cool. Minsk, we already saw. They must be friends. Temple of the Dragon Queen. Okay, here we go. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield tapped unless you reveal a dragon card this way. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, choose a color and add one of that color. Seems cool. I like it. All right, we're almost done. Here we go. 50 feet of rope. Climb over, tap, target wall can't block this turn. That's kind of fun. Tie up. My cat was messing with something over there. Tie up 3, tap, target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Repel down 4, tap, venture into the dungeon, activate only as a sorcery. It only costs 1, but it seems underwhelming. Great Axe. 1, equipped creature gets +4/+0, but it costs 5 to equip it, which is a lot. Leather Armor. Equipped creature gets +0/+1 and has ward. Activate only one. Equip for 0. Activate only once each turn, though. That's kind of cool. I like that. Spare Dagger. Let's go. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice this. When you do, this creature deals 1 damage to any target. I like it. Mimic. Sacrifice it. Add 1 mana of any color because it's a treasure. 2. Mimic becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature which base power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn. Kind of cool. So here's what I'm thinking. After looking through all those cards, I'm thinking we blacken another color and go for like treasures and stuff. So either we play maybe blue and try to like play our expensive boys, or we do white red with our equipment. Yeah, I don't think there was enough to do the gain life thing, where you have gain life triggers, even though that was kind of cool. Those are my 2 thoughts. I am going to build something up, and then I'll come back. All right, guys. Don't try this at home, but I'm going with 45 cards. I ended up doing the equipment thing. So you see we've got some equipment here. We also have some equipment here. And then we've got a couple small creatures. We have a light lifelink thing, but like this guy gets menace when he's equipped, which seems pretty decent. When a lot of things attack, I have a couple pack tactics here. This one gets first strike, and then there's another one later on. I think it's over here, actually. This one can sacrifice something and then deal damage to it. I did decide to put 1 forest and then a tap land that creates color, and then also this thing, which is a treasure, to try to get Minsk in there. Since we're playing with 2 of the 3 colors that he requires. So we also got to use our adult gold dragon here, which I think is just pretty good because it has a lot of different keywords on it. So let's give it a shot. We might, after the first game, we might take some stuff out. So let's see what happens. It's starting. Let's go. What is this? As you make camp near the ancient ruin, you hear the sound of drums echoing in halls where no dwarf has lived in generations. We only have mountains. I don't like that. We're going to mulligan. Now we only have plains, but we also have mostly this, so we're going to bottom that card. This says, venturing beneath the desert sands, you've discovered an alien power pulsing with inconceivable energy. Very nice. I'm going to read everything as dramatically as I can. Okay, we're going to keep it. We're going to put this red card on the bottom because with my luck, I'll never draw a mountain ever again. We got Blink Dog. Oh, look, a mountain. That's fine. These guys draw us a card and gain us life when they come in, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Ooh, I'm a fan of this little playmat. We got this little guy from the Mastery. Look at him. He's so cute. So angry. I love it. All right. We've got a bit of Rakdos here. You expected to meet hostile drow in this ancient ruin, but they fled long ago. What darkness could have driven them out? All right. They're doing something. Hey, we know that card. That's in our deck too. We're going to go boom, and then we're going to go boom. Let's gain that life and draw a card. I'll take it. We've got a little treasure here. We might be able to use that. I think I would definitely exchange here because right now they can't. Well, I guess they'd only have to cast 1 more to get to 6. That's interesting because it's not... Whenever it attacks, if you attack creatures with total power, so it could just be one other one. Interesting. Even if itself has 6. Oh, we got some dungeon action here. When it deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. Terrifying. We will absolutely block that. Okay, we got a lifelinker. That could be a trade. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to play that. We're going to play this. Then we're going to play this. All right. Let's do it. That's amazing. This guy's kind of creepy. I like him, though. I think Okay. So I wonder if you have to go through these sequentially. Let's see. What does this say? When it enters the battlefield, if you haven't complete... What in the world just happened? Return this to its owner's hand and venture into the dungeon. Whenever this attacks, for each combat, you create a 2/2 black. So is it just like it's just in the dungeon? It's just in there. It is not considered to be on the battlefield right now. Maybe. I guess maybe once you go out the back of the dungeon, maybe that's it. Now, this one went through Tomb of Annihilation. Was that always the first one? What does this say? Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So I wonder if that's like a thing on the physical card, or maybe they just get to pick which dungeon they go in. We'll see. Okay. Well, I think we're just going to draw some cards. Maybe we'll draw into a land. We did draw into a land. So we'll play this too. And we'll attack with the lifelinker because I don't mind if we trade for that. Okay. I'm down for it. We'll gain that life. It's back. No. Oh, I'm confused now. Return this to its owner's hand. Venture into the dungeon. Because it goes back to the hand. Oh, so it wasn't in the dungeon? Or maybe it was in the dungeon? I'm so confused, guys. Oublet. Discard a card and sacrifice a creature, an artifact, and a land. So it's in the dungeon, even though it's in his hand. So it's like the player is going through the dungeon, not the creature. That could be. Actually, maybe that's what it is. Is that like I myself am going through the dungeon, not so much the creature that's here. Very interesting. Goblin Javelineer. Haste. Whenever it becomes blocked, it deals a damage to target creature that's blocking it. That's why you're blocking it. I'll tell you what. No, because it won't die. No blocks. Well played. Well played. Well, they don't have any blockers, so I'm going to play this haste guy. Then I'm going to make this a creature. And then we're going to attack for like a bunch of damage. Not so bad. My dragon is excited. He's back. Did they just complete a dungeon? Did they just do that? Did they complete a dungeon? It's not over here anymore. Well, they made a big guy. The Atropole. That we sort of definitely want out. Yeah, let's just put everything down. And then we'll probably just hang out. I don't think we're going to attack into anything. We're not quite ready for that yet. No attacks. End turn. So if they play it now, we'll know that they completed that dungeon. Well, I guess we could just do this, couldn't we? Yes, Cradle the Death God. They completed a dungeon. So I wonder if they can go back and complete the same dungeon. Yeah, we'll resolve that. Destroy target artifact. But Mom. Nobody destroys my artifacts but me. I made blue mana. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, swing with your trouble. That would be great. They won't do it. They won't do it. They have a red and a black open. We're going to do it anyway. Block. Ow. Ow. They didn't have anything. Very interesting. Cast a spell only if a creature died this turn. Oh, tragic backstory. Grim Wanderer. We could make something really large. That could be fun. Or we could phase this thing out. I say, let's make something really large. +4. Should we just do it on our throwaway ones? What does this say? This gets first strike until end of turn. Let's go. So, definitely going to attack with that. When this attacks, if you attacked with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, this gains first strike. It is triggering itself, yes. So creatures plural doesn't have to be in plural. It should have like little parentheses around that S. And we'll just hit that. All right, cool. Cast a spell only if a creature died this turn. It's coming in. They've completed a dungeon, so it actually stays in now. When it attacks for each opponent, you create a zombie. Unless I sacrifice a creature? That's crazy. I guess that's why it's mythic. Also, welcome Robin 2000. Good game so far. Very interactive. You're teaching me stuff about the dungeon. His board's really scary. I'm just going to point that out. We're going to not play that yet because sequencing is a thing. We're going to attack with this. We're going to say next. Say next. They took it. Then we're going to play this. Boop. End turn. And we can phase this out, I guess, if we want. So block and then phase out. I think that's how that works. Pretty sure. Also, side note, we could have given the axe to this, and then it just always has. So we'll do next. Resolve. Pass to attackers. I think we got them next turn. Because they have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we got them next turn. Boop. We got a plains. We'll play it. And we're going to make one of these even harder to block and equip this here. And we're just going to swing out. Good game. It's fine. Does something have like lifelink that I'm not aware of? No. Okay. Just want to make sure. It's fine. Also fine. Also fine. Everything is fine. I think they're realizing that they're done bonzo beans, maybe? While they're waiting, I'm going to try to pronounce his name. Acererak, the Archlick. Good game. Oh, I got money. That's funny. All right. Well, we won our first game. That was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. That was pretty exciting. Let's keep it going. Keep it moving. Hey, that's our dragon in the background. Oh, she's cool. She plays the lute. Lutes are tight. All right. Kind of the similar thing that we have last time. Except this time we have all mountains, which probably means we'll never draw plains. That's just how it is. Yeah, we'll put a rapier. Art on this card's pretty good. The sky and like the clouds and stuff, super cool. I like it a lot. What does this do? Spells your opponent's cast during your turn cost 1 more to cast. creatures you control get +1/+1, and whenever you attack until end of turn, target attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strike. That's cool. Paladin class. Oh, I see. I wonder what ours was named. I don't recall reading the name very closely. Very interesting. So there's a lot in this set that seems to deal with the player themselves. Like, this class is like the class that you are. All right. We got a little bit of potentially like a little controls kind of stuff going on, maybe. I like it. Yeah, sure. No attacks. What does this do? +2/+0? Okay. Argument can be made that I should have held up. You would probably win the argument, most likely. +1/+1 is a smart thing to do. Oh, this gets Menace when it's equipped? Let's go. Let's go again. Big boy. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that is hexproof. Yep, because of this. This card's pretty good. Not going to lie. Really good. That's scary. My dragon's going to burn you. Ranger's Longbow. A very cool card. It's going to be that. So we will get this. This has to attack to trigger it. Combat Inspiration is going to go there. And then that's it. Boom. If they don't cast creatures, we could just do that 2 more times. What kind of card sleeves do they get? Ooh, that's cool. That's the Japanese art of Tibalt from War of the Spark, I believe. Very cool. I would enjoy... All right, we got something. Devoted Paladin. When it enters the battlefield, creatures get +1/+0 and gain vigilance until end of turn. Okay. So what I could do is I could attack with a bunch of stuff, kill something to kill that so that they can't block this. I do find that plan attractive. Target creature here. Or I could do this and kill it. Oh, and kill both creatures? Maybe that's a better plan. Sacrifice another creature. We're going to do that. Okay. I'll do that. That's fine. I'm down for it. What does this thing do? Whenever you attack, target attacking creature gets +1/+1 for each other attacking creature gains double strike. Cool. Okay, they add another creature. It's a 3/4. Target creature gets +1/+1 in flying. They did not attack with it. Smart move. Oh, I don't have enough to play this too. Unfortunate. Now, if I were to attack with this, I can't kill both creatures. So, I will not do anything. I'll wait until next turn. I could use some of these longbows right now. Loathsome Troll. Interesting. That's a pretty decent card. I like that card. We got one of these. If we get this 4, it goes to 8, 9, 2, 6, 9. So I would kill everything if they blocked. Let's do it. Let's see what they choose to do. It's fine. Because I see why. Because the troll could potentially come back. It's fine with me. This is definitely a pretty close game. 20 gets it onto the battlefield. Pretty cool. Okay. Would love a planes. Hey, let's go. White, please. This one? Cool. I would assume that you can level this up during your opponent's turn, which seems pretty decent. Oh, they have to pay for that from the graveyard. Interesting. What does this thing have? Enters the battlefield, attach it to something. +0/+2. Cool. Purple Worm. Ward. 2 less to cast if a creature died this turn. Okay. All right, that's just a 2/3 right now. Nothing special. But we'll go ahead and equip it. Target creature I control. Boom. No attacks. So, venture into the dungeon. Looking to see if there's any... Not really. Very interesting. Swarming goblins. We could get some gobos. I love gobos. Let's get some gobos. I'm going to roll a die. I got 16. Let's go. It's better than I roll in real life. Whenever an equipped creature attacks, venture into the dungeon. Boom. No attacks. They've unfortunately gained life. Owlbear. That's freaking terrifying. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. That's good. It looks like it's a 4/4 normally. I don't need to have those. Whenever this equipped creature attacks, venture into the dungeon. Okay. And it's +1/+1. Is it worth attacking just to venture into the dungeon? With like one of these dudes? Let's give it a shot. Next. We'll buff it. And we'll attack. Interesting. Okay. I see. So I could scry 1, I could gain a life, or each player loses 1 life. Create some tokens. Treasure token. Target creature can't attack until your next turn. Each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card. Each player loses 2 life unless they sacrifice. All right, we're going to do this. That seems like something that would be helpful. That's how they gained last time. Interestingly enough, Hexproof does not stop that. Boom. I'm going to just use 3 to equip it there. End turn. So I would imagine that they see what's going on here. What happens if I make this thing through? Oh, that's the Atropal from last thing. Paladin class, whenever you attack, target creature is going to get double strike. So they're going to start hitting me, I would imagine. Or they're just spending mana. All right. +1 for each other attacking, but it does have double strike. It does not have trample, so we need to block this thing. As long as you completed it, this gets double strike. At the beginning of combat, we don't want to lose that. This one's kind of done. 4/3. This one's only 4/3 because it's got that, so we're going to block with this thing. Because I'm hoping that the game won't continue long enough. Each opponent can't venture into the dungeon more than once per turn. Here's what we're going to do. Equip this there. We're going to go to combat. Put that there. And then we're going to attack. We venture into the dungeon. Each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card. I will discard a card. They will probably as well. They did. So they only have this. And they've got to lose something. That's what I'm talking about. All right. This costs 3 to equip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunate. I think we got to play this thing. Just to have a body that we can block with if we need to. I would imagine they'll probably try this again. But maybe not. Each player loses 2 life unless they sacrifice a creature, artifact, or land. Paladin class, same deal. I'm going to do this because I don't think in draft you're going to be venturing into the dungeon more than once a turn. Yep, we'll do that. If that had trample, I'd be in big trouble. Oh, let's draw a card. I'll do that. I love drawing cards. We still haven't drawn any planes this game. That's kind of crazy. We drew a card. This thing could get first strike. Not really going to help us, though. What do we want to do? Is it worth venturing? What happens when we venture? They get rid of a creature, I guess. Oh, I can't. Oh, no, I can do it. Let's go here. They're actually going to lose 2 creatures. So actually, I think it's definitely worth it. Next to combat, we'll give it to this. And we'll attack with this. Venture into the dungeon. There's only one place we can go. So we'll do that. Probably just going to... This thing's got flash. That's pretty good. I definitely should have played this later in the game. All right, they're going to respond with that. They get 14. Return it to your hand. Is that what just happened? I got to sacrifice this. They're going to sacrifice something else. Okay. Interesting. They sacrifice one of their equipments, sure. And they're going to lose that. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and play this. 6, 7, 8. This is 3, which leaves me 5. So I could do that and give it first strike. That seems good. Let's see if they attack with that worm again. All right. Let's see what we're going to do. They are attacking with the worm, so we're going to block it because I'd rather not die. And then things are going to happen. Hey, we got a plains. We're going to equip here. Going to equip here. Next to combat. Why not? Give this first strike. We're going to get a 4/4. So if we... I mean, this thing's going to live unless they block with like everything they have. we'll get to see if we get to go into dungeons twice, potentially next turn. This thing's got Death Touch, but this thing has Double Strike, so it's not gonna really matter much. That Troll's got... Put it on top of the deck. Okay. Nothing in hand. They're going. We're going to block with this thing. Do I have something that will... Yeah, I have that that red spell that deals direct damage, but they have hexproof, so it won't even matter. At the beginning of your unstop, if you had a land enter the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. Wow, that's going to be really good for landfall stuff. They're scrying it up. Are they going to put this on the bottom? Oh, they broke up with it. So sad. We go next. Target that. Attack with it. Okay. We can go into the same one. Crazy Town. Let's do it. Let's go back. This is our win con. Unless they discard a card. So essentially whatever they draw, they can't keep. If they keep it, they lose next turn. Play the Plains. End turn. Oh, they're playing it. Oh, it's a Loathsome Troll. No way. That's unfortunate. Wow. That is unfortunate for them. They're going to lose. They have nothing that they can do, right? Each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card. Good game. That was crazy. Oh my goodness. That was such a weird game. Wow. That was super fun, though. I'm not going to lie. That was probably one of the most fun games of Magic I've played in a while. And honestly, Magic's been a little stale for me since Strixhaven came out, so that was really cool. I didn't say who I was playing last game. Sorry about that. Whoever you are, thanks for playing. That was a good game. Opponent goes first. Keeping it. We have both colors of land for the first time. Very impressive. Oh, my dragon's sleeping. Is their dragon sleeping too? Oh, they woke up. My bad. Here we go. Plains. Forest. Before the Elf Queen will aid you, you must find a way to cure the strange rot afflicting the root of the ancient trees. Makes sense to me. Seems like a basic courtesy. Knoll Hunter. Pack Tactics. Put a +1/+1. That's pretty good. Also good. We use that card to great success. Okay. Should we make a treasure and then we can get some stuff going? Yeah, let's do it. Create a treasure. Hi, Loki. What's up, buddy? Lap? Lap? Come on, buddy. Lap? Hi. Everybody look at my adorable cat. Bloop. Mwah. What's going on, little dude? He doesn't like being picked up. Want to give me a boop? Boop. That's a good kitty. That's what you get when you jump into my lap, though. All right, what happened? I was distracted by Loki's cuteness. That dies. Okay. You come to the Knoll camp. Intimidate them. Stuff can't block. Or gets +3. Improvised weaponry. That's what it is. Deal 2 damage to any target. Create a treasure token. That's pretty good. I like that. That's a good card. The problem is it was really good. That's the problem. So, let's scare them into not attacking, hopefully. This is a very aggressive Soffit. Way to go. Very aggressive build. 2-3. They're doing it. They're going for it. This thing is first strike. This is a 4-4. I don't really mind your first strike until you play a combat trick. Ow, ow. Hobgoblin Captain, it's back. It's back. Let's play this. We have 5. This kills something. Does it have to be another creature? You may sacrifice another creature. Unfortunate. Then I'll have 2 left. Target creature gets +2 up to 1 other target creature. Man. We're in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. +1/+1. Let's do that. Why can't it? Oh, because it's 3. Because it's 3, that's why. No attacks. That's going to have first strike, which is going to be a problem for us. That's going to grow again. Okay, so we got to block there and there. Otherwise, we die. Jaded Sellsword. When Jaded Sellsword enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, gains first strike and haste. It doesn't matter for us right now. We're going to go like this. We're going to go like that. We're going to leave this open. Delver's Torch. We're going to go next. No attacks. End turn. +2/+0 and first strike. I like that. Pass to attackers. Go ahead. Resolve it. Pass to blocks. Block there and there. 2 blocks. And we're going to do this. Target creature gets +2/+0 and first strike. Target other creature gets +0/+2 and lifelink. Good there. Good there. That might make us come back. Oh, we got Minsk. We got Minsk. Let's go. When it comes in, we're making boo. I can pay X. Can I pay it right away? Oh, I'm surprised. Because there's no tapping in it. We're going to cancel for now. 1, 2, 3. So I can make this a 3/3 with trample and haste. Or I could just pay for this and venture into a dungeon, which is probably what I'm going to do. Or I can draw a card. I think I'm going to... I could also gain a life and draw a card. I'm going to venture into the dungeon. Let's do it. And we're going to use Boo to do it. Because then we can make this an XX. Next to combat, we're going to go boom, boom, boom. Those ones. We're not going to do anything with that. And we kind of want to gain life. Scry 1. Stuff can't attack. Scry 2. Exile 2 cards. You may play them. Scry 1. Make a token. That could be helpful for blocking. Target creature is -4/-0 till your next turn. Lost Mine of Phandelver. Comes in, scries me a card. We're going to keep that. Because then we're going to venture into the dungeon deeper. We're going to venture deeper. It's going to be a thing. End turn. Target creature you control. So I could steal their creatures and then make them 0/0s with this guy. That's kind of busted, actually. That's a deck idea right there. That's kind of funny. Ooh, I'm thinking about it. Here we go. We're going to play this. We got a Plains. Then we're going to play this. There we go. We got some stuff. We're going to make a Gobbo, right? Yeah. Let's do it. Make that Gobbo. We're probably not going to do anything about that. Other creatures get +1/+1 as long as you've completed a dungeon. Okay. Good to know. Next. No attacks. End turn. And that's a trample. So that's kind of good. They're not going to do anything. Good idea. Let's do this math here. I have 7 lands. If I play this, I only have 4 lands. I could pay to make this a 4/4, which takes it up to a 5/5. That's good enough for me. Minsk. We would like 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's how many lands we have. Let's pay it. Do it to that. We'll auto pay. It's 5/5. Next to combat. Then we're going to give it to this. That way, regardless of how they block, they're going to lose creatures. This will make them lose creatures. Oh, that could be spicy. They're always going to lose creatures here. I'm going to leave it there. We're going to decline on that one. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Each one it loses a life and you gain one. We're going to do +1/+1 counter onto Boo. It's big. And then we're venturing again and drawing a card. Busted. And that's because of this. So they're probably going to end up killing that. That's what I would do, for sure. What are you doing, animal? Okay. Yep. Seems right. That's okay, though, because they are very dead on board if they can't produce, like, 6 blockers. Good game. Very interesting. A lot of really interesting mechanics here. Very refreshing since Strixhaven. I'm not going to lie. This is super fun. Not just because I'm doing well, although so far so good, but there's a lot of fun. There's a lot of decisions to make, which I like. That's always the thing that is most important to me in games is, are there a lot of decisions to make? Is there a lot of strategy involved? And there certainly seems to be with this. But the other thing is there's a lot of really interesting interactions. There's a lot of choices, and depending on what choice you do, the interactions are totally different. So that's kind of cool too. I'm liking it so far. Let's get into our next game, though, and see what we can do. Also, by the way, all this is happening with a very common archetype. Like Boros artifacts matter, or Boros equipment matters is like a very common archetype in Magic. So really interesting way to make it refreshing. Okay. We could go first, but we couldn't play anything, so we're going to mulligan. This is much better. We're going to keep that. We like these, especially if we have them together. That's pretty good. I like that too. And that. I like it all. So we're going to put that in the bottom, even though I like it. So I guess the dragons sleep until the game actually starts. That must be what's up. We're probably going to play a red card first, so we'll play the mountain. Evolving Wilds. Cool. What would any core set be without Evolving Wilds? Let's be real. Get it. They're playing Islands. Oh, here we go. Alarmed by the news you brought, the Storm Giant King of Maelstrom has called his kin to council. Okay. Gloomstrider's a 2/3, don't care. It's Mountain again, and let's do another of those. They've got something. They've got something. Uh-oh. Return. Okay, that's fine. Not the end of the world. What does this thing do? Hama Pashar, Ruin Seeker. Room abilities of dungeons you own trigger an additional time. What? That's freaking busted. Wow. That seems really good. We're going to play this. And then we're going to play this. And we're not going to do anything. I might be being a little greedy, expecting to do both of those. I don't know. Could be. We'll see. See what happens. Hobgoblin Captain. Evolving Wilds. You come to a river. Okay. Okay. We got 3 colors here. 3 colors. That equips for 5. We unfortunately did not draw a land, so we can't play it. So we will make ourselves have hexproof. They've got something going on in that hand. But we're going to risk it and attack. They're getting first strike. It's on the stack that they have first strike. They're going to block. Maybe they have a defensive spell. They do. There we go. I got ouched. That's fine. We'll play this down. Hopefully we'll draw a land next turn. We can equip this and then attack. They're looking at my creatures. I don't like it. 3 and tap. Tap an untapped creature you control. Venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. Still no land. Need that land. Now, we could attack with everything. That would be foolish, though, I think. They would just let that through, and they would kill my other 2 creatures. And that would be sad. They have all the land. Can I have one, sir? Please, may I have one, sir? Hey, I got one. I just had to ask politely. Give that to that. Then we're going to attack with this, and we're going to attack with this. Tempted to attack with everything. Not going to lie. I'm not going to, though. I'm going to attack with just those 2. Let's see. I wouldn't even mind if they double blocked because this is pretty busted, so I would be okay with it. All right. Wow. Wow. All right. They have 1 creature, which I would assume means they've got some creatures in their hand. Power of Persuasion. You could steal it. Oh, there we go. All right. Fair play. Fair play. We're going to go like this. We can give haste. Let's go. Oh, wait. That doesn't give haste. What am I doing? I saw 1 red mana and assumed haste. Not haste, though. No attacks. We definitely should have just played this and then played that next turn. That would have been smarter. Especially if we get a land, we could have played them both. When it enters the battlefield, you get +1/+1 and vigilance until end of turn. I don't think they're... Maybe they'll do something. Nope, they won't. And we got the land. This is now 8. Any combination won't be able to block that. That's all we're going to attack with. Sure. Sure. Yeah, let's start with that. Let's go. I'm all right with it. 4. So we're going to put the Great Axe on this so that it always has first strike when it attacks. Play that. 7 first strike. Coming at you. Okay. Good game. I did have fun in that match. That was definitely less of an interactive match. But probably because they were playing control, which I guess means it was an interactive match. All right. Let's do it. Let's do another one. Let's just keep it going. Maybe we'll get all the way to 7. Who knows? I must confess, it's been a little while since I got to 7 wins. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. All right, here we go. We got both colors. We're going to be in trouble with red, but I kind of don't want to give up this hand, so I'm going to keep it. Got some double reds. Hopefully we'll get a mountain before that's relevant. Ouch, that was mean. We got a treasure just in case we need it. We're going to play a mountain. I'm going to play this next turn so that I can be blocking this. Yep. Okay, good to know. There we go. Whoa, I can't actually block this. Well, I could, but I would die. Dancing Sword. Equipped gets +2/+1. When it dies, you may have Dancing Sword become a 2/1 construct artifact creature with flying. If you do, it isn't an equipment. Interesting. That's a 3/2. Why would I be able to block that? Oh, because it's also attacking with that. Got you. No blocks. There's another plains. Throw this guy down. Someone will be able to block that. Get in for 3? Yeah, because I don't want to lose this thing, so let's just attack with it. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Okay. Oh my gosh, the double Dragon's Fire. Wow. Okay. The only thing we can do is this. And then this. If it dies... Interesting. Plate armor. 3/3/3 and ward. Equip 3. 1 less for each other. Oh, that would have been really good for us. Here we go. Let's just go for it. Full send. Here we go. We're getting there. They didn't block anything. Well, they're going to have to block something next turn for sure. Oh, wait. +3/+3? What a dummy. Oops. Oops. I was one away in my math there. That was unfortunate. Not the greatest. Not the greatest. Should have counted a little bit better on that one. But what you gonna do? It happens. It happens. Let's keep it going. That's only one loss. Still doing pretty good. That's our dragon that we've got. We haven't seen our dragon actually yet. We got that rare dragon in here that's got all the keywords on it. We still have not seen it. Maybe we'll see it this game. That'd be awesome. I would love to see it this game. We got one of each. I'm going first. It's dangerous, but I'm going to do it because I like the hand. Delver's Torch has been coming in very clutch for us. We're going to get a body on the board. All right, we got something here. Create a Gabo. All right. That's cool. Also would have been good for us. Play another one. Yeah, we'll attack. No block from the Gabo. Little Lorwyn fairies, I think. Cool. So relaxed. Rust Monster. Okay. First strike. Sacrifice an artifact to give it +2/+0. Nice. This will be Menace. That's cool. 1 and 2 is 3. This gives +2/+0. But this will have first strike and kill me. That's not nice. I'll go here. Right? It's a 4-2. It could be a 4-3. Yeah, let's do it. That way I won't die from the... Oh, sacrifice an artifact, though. They have an artifact. No. We'll wait at least until we have this. +1/+0 and trample. That's pretty good. This also would have been really good for us. Their deck would have been so good for us. Oh yeah, we saw this. Got that Death Toucher. Hey, we got a Plains. I'll take that. We're gonna put this here. I'm going to pass the turn. This could get out of control. They definitely have a pretty good advantage right now. Makes sense. I think I'm just going to take that. Yep. They're going into the dungeon. Let's see what they'll choose to grab. Each player loses a life. Okay. Deadly Dispute. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. Interesting. It's like very similar to an artifact or creature. Okay, it's very similar to Village Rites. Kind of like a beefed up version of it. Eye of Vecna. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and lose 2 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card and lose 2 life. That could be really good, I feel like. They can't block me now, though, because of the whole menace thing. All right. I'll attack. The question is, which one do we want here? So we can gain a life, and then we could scry the next time. We could scry immediately. Creating a treasure would probably be a good idea. Question is, do we want to gain a life, scry, or do we want to scry, create a treasure immediately? Draw 3 cards, reveal them. You may cast one of them without paying its mana cost. I don't want to get too greedy here, but I think I'm going to go with this. Right, we'll gain that life. And we're going to deal quite a bit to them. And that's going to help us a little bit because I'm going to scoot this over to this guy. It's going to help us because they're going to be tempted to do that, but they're also at low life here. So they're going to be conservative. Wow, they're not going to be conservative. They're just going to go for it. They're going to be conservative with their attacking. That's what I'm trying to say here, although this is tempting them to swing and do a dungeon thing. Oh, that's so sad. So sad. I like improvised weaponry a lot. It seems like a pretty decent card. Yep. No? Maybe. No? Okay. Can advance in that dungeon. Is that the correct play? Yes. It is the correct play. Come at me. Come at me. We're going to scry 1. I will keep that mountain on top, please. And we're not going to attack or anything. Just going to chill out. We're just going to hang, you know. It's going to be great. Each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card. Each player loses 2 life unless they sacrifice a creature, artifact, or land. I mean, we're going to make a treasure next. Deadly Dispute. They're going for it. You're drawing a lot of cards. Like a ton of cards. That's hardcore. Runestone Caverns. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them. Painful. Painful, painful. Each player. Okay. All right. This card's crazy. I've got it too. I haven't seen it yet. But it's really good. All right, where do we want to go here? How much does this cost to equip? 4. +2 +0. This is still threatening the first strike. I gotta raise its toughness somehow, but I don't think I can. And I have 4. We're just gonna prep. Okay. Boom. I think they've been like curving pretty much every turn. Not all on one spell, though. They've just been doing multiple things a turn. Apparently they did not want to kill themselves to draw a card. I don't know why, but they don't want to. All right. Kalane, Reclusive Painter. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure. Other creatures you control enter the battlefield with additional +1/+1 on them. For each mana from a treasure spent to cast them. Okay. Sounds like fun. Yep, this is pretty good. When it dies, you enter the dungeon. We saw that in our draft, or in our sealed pool as well. Horde Robber. This is not, we didn't see this. Whenever it deals combat damage, make a thing. Warlock class. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died, each opponent loses a life. When it becomes a level 2, look at the top 3 cards of your library. One in the hand rests at the beginning of each step. Each opponent loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. Cool. They're going for me. Sure. No blocks. You will have to do bad things. They're going to have to discard a card. And I'll have to discard a card as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to play next turn. Depends whether or not I draw land. If I draw land, I'll probably play this and this. I'm not really a huge fan of the Blink Dog, to be honest with you. It's a good place to like hide equipment. That's what I was thinking when I put it in. All right, here we go. We did draw land. That's good. Unfortunately, we can't play both those cards, so we're going to play both these cards. There's one. There's another one. They got their 4/4 out. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to let it sit. Give it to the doggo. We would love for them to venture into the dungeon again. Well, I guess they finished that dungeon. JWAD. This is tough. Now, they do not have an artifact, so they cannot make that too much first strike. When it is about to choose one, creatures you control gain menace. That's horrible. Oh, they only did those. 4/4, you say. 4 and 2, that's 6. Are we just going to take it? One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But they can't block one of them. Yes, we are just going to take it because I believe we win this turn. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think we win. Oh, they gained a life. Good choice. Gaining a life is going to make us not win, potentially. They have 4 blockers. This requires to take 2 of them, and they can't let this hit. So, and they can't let it hit. So they're going to have to block that. So that's 2. So now they only have 2 blockers. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. I think we got there. Yeah, it's just, I only need the 3. We're going to give it here just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we got him. And we will, I don't know. We'll make something not be able to attack next turn. This one. Even though I don't think it matters because I don't think that they will have the opportunity to attack. Which I think they might be. Good game. Ooh, that was a close one. That one was really close. Yeah, that was a really close. I thought they were going to get me for sure. But we ended up pulling it through. We're at 5 wins right now, which is pretty good. 1 loss. 2 2 more wins. So we just have to win as much as we lose. Well, we got to win as much as we lose, and then we're good to go. We've already made it up to 1,600 gems. 1 more and we'll get our entry gems back. So I really would like to get 1 more, but I would love to get 2 more. That would be even better. 3 packs. How many packs are we getting? We're getting 3 packs anyway. So we're up to the 3 packs. We're up to the... Do you always get 3 packs? You always get 3 packs. Okay. So it's just a matter of whether or not you want to make your gems back. All right, let's do it. This is kind of weird, but I think I'm going to keep it, and we'll make red. That's what we're going to do. Reveal it. Oh, I can reveal a dragon card. What happens if you reveal a dragon card? You may reveal a dragon card from your hand. I don't want to, because I don't care if it comes in tapped. Red. Okay. Also red. We're going to be able to play our dragon. The adult gold dragon. Play that. We will attack for 2. And we'll gain a life and draw a card. So far, so good. We need to draw 1 more land. Within the next 2 turns, we need land. There's the land. We're going to grab this. We're going to play this down. No attacks. And we're going to hope that they tap out all their land so that we know we're going to be safe playing this dragon down. Talk to me, Yuan Ti Fangblade. Yes, I will block with that you were looking at. Okay. Sure. Here we go. And this will have first strike, so we will attack with it as well. Flying, lifelink, and haste. Seems good. All right. Things are moving. No equipment yet, which is kind of interesting. But I'm okay with it. Destroy an artifact or create a treasure. Don't really need either of those things right now. But worst comes to worst, I'll just have a treasure hanging out. I don't want to block it. I'll let you get into the dungeon if you want. Get there. Sure. You can gain a life. Seems like a fun thing to do. I will say, they have 6 cards. It's pretty good. This is what you'll be when you're older. This giant dragon. Okay, we got the doggo. So we're going to play this. We're going to swing out. They've got something at instant speed. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to put something back in my hand, sure. Seems like a good idea. And then I'll play the Blink Dog. If they cannot defend flying in some way or control this creature in some way, they'll lose the next turn. They might lose the next turn anyway, just because they only have 1 creature on board. Wow, they get a lot of those. That's cool. Secret Door. Good game. Very nice. We made it to 6 wins. We made all of our gems back in our blind pre-release. In our blind pre-release, we have made all of our gems back. I think that's awesome. You guys tell me if you have more experience with this set. Like, let me know. Did we just get really lucky with our pool, or is it not that? Or do we just have enough good cards and enough luck, obviously, and hopefully a little bit of skill at least? I don't know. Let's see if we can get to 7. All right, Chris Vack. No offense, but I would really like to win this match because it would be my 7th win. Here we go. We're going to not repeat our same mistakes, and we're going to hold this in our hand. I probably should have played the Mountain, though, because our first card that we do play will be red. So that gives away a little bit less information. The Homunculunk Horde Robber. That's the one, when it deals combat, you make a treasure. Seems good. Seems good. Okay. Okay. We're going to be playing our Priest next turn. No blocks. You can make that treasure. Enjoy it. Enjoy that treasure. Share the wealth. Please. Okay, we got another one of those Gobos, which is pretty good. But I think we're just going to draw some cards, to be honest with you. We'll go ahead and attack first. I'm glad that I did that. When this enters the battlefield, choose target creature and opponent controls. You can tap it, or you can tap it and it won't untap. Let's go. Critical miss. Still works, though. Still works, though. So I guess technically it's not a miss, then. Do that, and then we'll do this. Gain a life. Draw a card. We got ourselves our own treasure. You shared the wealth. This is you. You shared the wealth with me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Although this wealth is a little creepy. But I'm not going to complain. I think we'll definitely not trade if we do that. No blocks. Big pain. Big pain. This is a good card. I like it. Scion of Stygia? Herald of Hater. Circle of Death. Each opponent loses 2. Each opponent loses 2 and you gain 2. Each opponent loses 2 and you gain 2 and you get 2 treasures. Wow. It's called value. So I can play 3 and 1. Or I could do 2 and 2. I'm going to do 2 and 2. We're going to go like that. And we're going to go like this. And because we have the treasure, we could do that if we wanted to, but we're not going to. We're going to make some Gobos. I love Gobos. Pass. Nothing trades still. We're going to let them do it. We're letting them have the treasure. We're sharing the wealth. This is what generosity looks like in the game of Magic the Gathering. Resolve. That's not nice. -2, -2. Gets -5, -5 as long as you've completed a dungeon. Yeah, can't do anything about it. Big pains. Big pains. Resolve it. Venture into the dungeon. They're going to scry 1. I don't think we've used this one yet. No, we did. We used it because we needed the goblin for blocking. My turn. That's a good draw. Now we don't have to blow that up. Yeah, I think this is best. I don't think it's time to attack yet. Give me that 20. Give me that 20. Let's go. 6? That's not a 20. Okay. That's what I get. I like the goblin token. It's pretty cool looking. I like the little shield. Uh-oh, not another one. Okay. I got dropped into a precipice. Hey, they're going to make a Gobbo too. Gobbo twins. My turn. As long as you completed a dungeon, you could do some stuff. This will do some stuff too. Primarily block, hopefully. Okay. Blow this up to blow that up, potentially. All right. Still have not done any damage to my opponent. To target creature, okay. Cool. We did this too. We have that. Draw some cards, make a doggo. Resolve. Only creatures. Yeah, you're right. Mordenkainen. Pass. My turn. This is 2 to make it the thing. Yeah, actually, let's do it. So we're going to clear the only thing that can block. We're going to do this. And we're going to give it to the priest. Then we're going to attack with everything to the Planeswalker. When it asks for the trigger, we're going to because they have a treasure that they can sacrifice, that's why. Okay. That trigger is still going to happen, I believe. No. Yeah, I think it will. Sacrifice another creature. Okay. Next. See how they choose to block here. If they choose to block. Well, if they don't block, then this is going to die. Okay, that makes sense. Also makes sense. Double block. Interesting. Yeah, I want to kill that first. Next to damage. And then I think we're going to want this just for the sake of blocking. Interesting. We can make this a 3/1. Just to put some pressure on. We got that doggo. Jin Windseeker. 17. They're scrying too. They're scrying. Oh, and it flies. Wow, it's a 3/3 fly. That's a very powerful creature. Interesting. This is going to cost a total of 6 to get going. Let's do it. Big creatures. Give it a shot. Sure. Oh, they're both going to die anyway. So will I. It's fine. Can't block this anyway. But if they attack with it and leave it unguarded, they've got to have something they can play, though, right? Yeah, secret door. Let's go. Venture into the dungeon. Activate only as a sorcery. They're doing it. They're venturing in. Each opponent loses 1, I gain 1, or +1/+1. Yeah, probably on the flyer. Yep, makes sense. Sure. Ouch. I gotta get it to 4 so I can kill that. Go for it. We gotta just apply the pressure. I don't know that there's anything that we have in our deck that can deal with this. Well, that red spell that we have could deal with it. But we haven't seen that yet. Anything else? This could have dealt with it, but obviously that's dead. What is this thing? Xanathar, Guild Kingpin. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose target opponent. Until end of turn, that player can't cast spells. You may look at the top card of their library at any time. You may play the top card of their library. And you may spend... That's so mean. What do I do with it then? What? What? That's Crazy Town. Crazy Town. +2. Well, let's give it +2/+2 instead. Boop. 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 Let's give it a shot. They blocked their flyer. I can't cast spells. At the beginning... Oh, so I can't cast anything on their turn. Got you. Oh, they took one of my mountains? That wasn't nice. I guess. What is this thing? Cridle of Baldur's Gate. When it deals combat damage to a player, that player loses 1 life and mills a card. Then you gain 1 life and scry 1. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2. Can't be blocked this turn. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie. 4. Do they have anything that counts as an artifact? No. So we're probably gonna make it treasure. Making that treasure 3, 4. Cancel. Autopay. That way at least I could kill the Kingpin if they attack with it. Which I doubt they would. What is the ult for this thing? You have no maximum hand size and you get all the cards in your library. 17 cards? Sure. They played another land. That's so mean. They're stealing my lands. Although I don't really need lands, so maybe that's actually helpful. Can't be blocked this turn, so they can make this not be able to be blocked. They get a lot of cool Dimir cards. That can't be blocked. We'll block that. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2. If you do, target creature can't be blocked. Uh-oh. Now we're both... Oh, first strike. Oh, nards. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. My orc. This guy's kind of crazy. You're probably right. I'm not going to lie. Probably right. Grim Wanderer. All right, we're just going to go ahead and concede so that we can get to our next game. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. They had a lot of really cool stuff. Was that at Xandathar, right? Pretty crazy. We got one more shot. We have one more game to play. Either we lose or we get to 7 wins. Let's see what happens. This actually looks like a really good starting hand. I'm definitely down for it. For sure. Because I think opponent goes first. We're going to have plenty of draws to curve into this dragon. And then having this, if we can keep this on the board for the dragon, that would be pretty awesome. And now we have a thing to wisely play on our one drop. Yep. Sure. We'll take that. Forest, interesting. Keep it red. That's it. If it makes sense to do so, we'll go Deadly Dispute. Okay. Make it treasure. They're going to have 2 treasures. Look at all that treasure. Nice sleeves. Those are cool. Pass. So turn 3, play this into that. Turn 4, play this with that. This still doesn't give haste. I don't know why I think it does, but what can I say? Chaos Channeler. Exile the top card, you may play it this turn. Exile the top 2 cards, you may play them this turn. But you're curving into stuff. So it doesn't really matter. My turn. Cool. Gain a life, draw a card. Plains, cool. Yeah, I'd rather not play the forest if I don't have to. Oh, it's when it attacks, not when it UTVs. Ooh, exile top 2 cards. What do we got? 2 lands. Oh, that sucks. Sorry about that. We're gonna no blocks. Zorn. Whoa. Kind of crazy looking. If you would create 1 or more treasures, instead create that much plus an additional treasure. Cool. We're going to go here. Then we're going to go here. We're going to attack with it. See if they try to block it. Okay. Go ahead and get in for 5, I guess. Cool. A lot of high power, low toughness creatures in this set, which is definitely interesting. Like, even if you look on the board right now, 3 of the 4 creatures are high power, low toughness, which is the opposite of how some of the sets have been lately. Get it. Land and, ooh, Loth, or Lolth. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a loyalty counter on this. You draw a card, lose a life, create... Oh, wow. You just get a bunch of spiders. Cool. Cool. Can they play it? They can play it, and they're going to play it. Now, with that said, I'm going to immediately kill it. No. Well, you're freaking creepy, and you're going to die. That's what I have to say to you. I will submit that. I will have it make red. Play the dragon. Go into... Should I give this ward? Probably be a good idea. Do that. Go into the combat. Choose attackers. We'll just that. And we'll just clear that right away because it's terrifying. Oh, they have reach. Nice, nice. Did I just like immediately die? Crap. That was bad. That was really bad. I should have known that they had reach because they're spiders. Spiders always have reach. Create more. I mean, draw a card, lose a life. Sure. Wow. Yeah, I mean, okay. That was not great. Sure. Oh, man. Other creature. Well, might as well lose it now, because they're almost definitely going to play that and essentially board wipe me. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're looking at it. This is like a very synergetic deck. With the Warlock class, this. They have something else that killed itself. This, that. Very synergetic. I like it. They're thinking about it. Trying to think if there's any situation where they don't play that. Oh, does it do anything right now? Maybe that's why they're thinking about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So everything would get -2, -2. So they would only kill their creature. They wouldn't kill. Oh, they get the treasure, though. So they can get to 3. Okay, so they're just not going to kill anything. That is flying. Holy anus. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. We're going to play that. We're going to play this. We're going to play that. Give it there. No attacks. But next turn, we'll do some stuff. The rapier. 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that permanent is green, it deals 6 instead. That's mean. Okay. Do I want to trade? That's the only question. No, because we need to... Well, we don't need first strike because of that. We can definitely block there. Let's block there too. Okay. Yep. 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 You could just not pay it. They're going to pay it anyway. Whenever opponent is dealt combat damage by 1 or more, that player, they lose life equal to the difference. I don't know if we're going to be able to win this game. Put that there. Okay. Am I dead on board? I think so. I think I'm dead on board. 1, 2. Let's 1, 2, 3, 8. No, I'm not quite dead on board. Close though. 3, 8. Yep. Yep. Okay. I think most, if not all, the damage that they've received is from themselves. Just going to point that out. Price of loyalty. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. That's it. That's it. Good game. Good game. We're going to go ahead and concede on that note. So we couldn't take home the 7 wins. However, getting 6 wins, making all of our gems back, right? Getting some packs and a bunch of cards from the new set. I'm totally down. I made some mistakes. Not going to lie. I made some mistakes. So now I know, though. Keep in mind, I've never seen any of those cards before. So I'm actually really happy with how we did today. That was really good. Big improvement from last time. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil exactly what the record was. Wasn't as good as 6, though. I'll tell you that much. Let's open some packs and just see if we get anything cool. We saw that. It was pretty good. White. White enters the battlefield tapped. Life drain when a creature dealt damage by white. Cool. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because the video is already pretty long. Cool. All right. We got a rare craft. Let's go. Okay. Grizzlix. Add forest for each creature you control. Wow, that seems pretty decent. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what your favorite card that we played with was. And let me know if you've been playing any in this set. What have you been seeing success with? And give me some tips on what to avoid and what to do during my drafts and sealed experiences. Like I said, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this if you like MTGA content, because the more views and likes videos have, the more we're going to make similar videos to that. So if you like this kind of thing, go ahead and hit the like button, comment, let us know. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.